Hello, I'm Dr. Tanya Hightower, and we are still in this series about Bathsheba, Bad Company, uh, the conception by deception. And week one was minding your own business. Week two was falling short. Week three was the cover up, which was last week, where we talked about uh, the manipulation that led into a conception by deception, resulting in a cover up of a death. And so this week we're going to talk about Nightmare of a Mother's Love. And this is from 2 Samuel 11:5 and 26. I'm going to read that for you. Um, and 5 says, the woman conceived and sent word to David saying, I am pregnant. And 26 says, when Uriah's wife heard that her husband was dead, she mourned for him. And I think I used these two scriptures here, but only if you go to 12, 15, where it says, after Nathan had gone home, the Lord struck the child that Uriah's wife had born to David, and he became ill. And so I wanted to talk about this as it relates to couldn't you imagine what Bathsheba was going through when she found out she was pregnant and it was not by her husband? And so I believe also too that knowing that she really didn't consent to this relationship or this particular sin of having an affair with David. Um, I think we talked about that in maybe week two, that this could, in our day and time, could be a possible rape or molestation. So a lot of things was going through Bathsheba's mind of the conception and how the conception happened, but in the end result, when a woman has a baby inside of her, then the love for that baby comes to forefront. And so I just wanted to say that in her mind, and let me just be straight. In her mind, in her thoughts, it was probably turmoil because of the conception, but her reality had become true that she was really pregnant. And then her motherly love probably kicked in, or I know it kicked in as being a mother myself. So, how many of you have done something immorally, without integrity, made some bad judgment calls, some bad decisions, and in weeks, months, or years, uh, you know, they all come to fruition. The choice that you made, it comes back to bite you. I believe Bathsheba's mind was all over the place at the time of the conception, and but in reality, was excited because this was a new beginning. And so, what are you carrying that could be a new beginning, but you are allowing your past mistake to override the birthing? So a lot of us spend years holding on to shame and guilt and regret, and so, but what we have to come to the conclusion that it's already taken place, and so you don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to walk in shame. Uh, and as I stated, I think in excuse me, in one of the other weeks that all things work together for the good. So you are carrying life, you are birthing a new relationship, your vision is coming to fruition, career change, and there is a transition going on. And so you are birthing promise. And so um, don't let what has happened in the past to override the new beginning that you're in now, the new birthing that you're in now. Uh, don't walk in shame, don't walk in regret, um, because of what you have done in the past. And a lot of times we as women, we hold on to what has happened. And when we hold on to what has happened, then it triggers to what is going on now. And so we have to let it go. We have to we have to deal with it. We have to acknowledge that yes, this happened, but now I am a new creature. Now I am a new person. Now I'm doing some things that differently from what I did then. But a lot of times what we do is we allow it to, some little trigger might come up from our past to cause us to feel shame and guilt again. And so I just wanted to get on here and to let you know that you don't have to hold on. You are forgiven. Uh, you have, you can let it go. You know, there is no condemnation to those who walk in Christ. So if you are a Christian, then you are forgiven. Uh, uh, you can let it go. You don't have to condemn yourself. That's what grace is for. And now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to abuse grace and keep doing the same thing. You want to let it go. You want to trust God. You want to lean on God. You want to change your mindset into positive thinking, and let the negative thinking go. And you know, there may be some women on here that have maybe had children out of wedlock. I mean, you are forgiven. I mean, God allowed the child to come, and that's a blessing. And so you don't have to walk in guilt and shame. And I know at this dispensation right now in time that you know, women don't they don't hold on to the fornication, but I'm talking to the women who may have been raped or molested, and a child has come out of it. That's a blessing. Now, the event or the occurrence that happened in order to create the child may have been a stigma in your mind and it's weighing still in your heart because you haven't forgiven that person, you haven't forgiven yourself. But the child is a blessing. That's why I said nightmare of a mother's love. Now we know that in the story, if you read on, that the baby did end up dying, but God blessed her with another baby. But either way it goes, whatever happened back then that even allowed you to even have a child through some sort of molestation or rape, that is a blessing. That is a blessing. And you don't have to walk in guilt or shame. But you do need to forgive yourself and know that it wasn't your fault. And then that love that baby or love that child. So anyway, just want to talk about that and let you know that you are forgiven, and your birthing is a new beginning. And so some of us may have birth a vision, and the vision may not be where you think it should be, but it still was birthed. And so you just have to trust God and walk in the plan that He has for you, and not the plan that you had for yourself. And sometimes you have to be detoured and get back to the foundation. Then sometimes you have to be detoured because that was not the foundation. And let God give you the plan that He has for you. He say, I know the plans I have for you. The plans to prosper, not harm you, and give you a future. So allow God to intervene into the birthing of your plan, or the birthing of His plan. And if His plan is given to you, then it's the birthing that He wants to give to you. So anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. This is week 4, Nightmare of a Mother's Love, and Bathsheba. and everything that she probably was going through during the conception and the time she found out that she was having a baby. But it was a nightmare at first, but it turned out to be a mother's love and blessing and excitement that she was carrying a new birth. So I want to empower you, encourage you, and don't forget to join me in my Destiny Grabbers Women Gathering on my Facebook and my neighborhood app. Also, Destiny Grabbers Women Gathering, YouTube, Dr. Tanya Hightower. And we're going to be wrapping it up next week. Next week, we're going to be talking about from tragedy to triumph. And so we'll see you then, and have a great day.